Hi, everyone. I'm so excited. This is like so amazing to me. So, anyway, welcome to Terry Tale's Christmas special. It's just such a happy time of year, and I'm so excited that two of our guests have decided to join me for this Christmas special. So, drum roll here. Come on, help me, guys. Okay, so today joining me, I'll give you a clue. Our first guest has been busy all year. He very, very busy, doing a lot of work, important work. Give you a clue. He works on a railroad. Works on a railroad, and he has a brother named Frank, who's also on our show. Who is it? Yes, come on, have a guess. Come on, guys, it's not that hard. Works on the railroad. He's been on our show actually twice. He was the winner of coming back for Terry Tales. Who did we want? Who is it? Grace. Works with your dad. Yes. Karl, the construction worker, is here today. And he's going to be reading one of his favorite Christmas stories. So excited about that. And our second guest has been with us several times this year. Very, very excited that she is here. I mean, I had to be sure I was wearing a hat. That's a clue. I'm wearing a hat for this guest, and she's come a long way. She talks a little different than us. That's a clue. She's kind of formal. She usually wears something on her head. Okay, who is it? Who is joining us today? Yes, Addie, you got it. The Queen is here again. And the Queen is going to be sharing a Christmas story with us as well. I'm so excited. So anyway, all right, without further ado, let's bring down our first guest. All right, Karl, come on down. Read your Christmas story. Here we go, guys.
Hi, boys and girls. My name is Karl, construction worker, and I'm so honored to be back here today to share a story with you and to celebrate the holiday special of Terry Tales. So again, thank you, Miss Terry, for inviting me to come back today. All right. The story I'm going to read today is called Construction Site on Christmas Night. Stories by Sherry Dusky Rinker and A.G. Ford. Down in the big construction site, there's work to do on Christmas night. The last big project of the year, the team is slamming into gear. So much is riding on the crew, they have a major job to do. A special house is being built. The trucks are racing at full tilt. The important work can't wait. They'll get it done, and they'll make it great. Bulldozer's deadline is almost here. He's got a lot of ground to clear. Working at full speed all day, pushes hard to clear the way. For hours he powers this way and that, and he clears the site in no time's flat. He turns away to end his shift, but in his way, a massive gift with cable ribbon from the yard. It's topped off with a thank you card. An awesome carbon steel blade, custom paint job, custom made. Merry Christmas, bulldozer. Good night. Excavator has no time to spare. He's rolling and he's digging everywhere. Scooping, chugging, full blast. He digs up the foundation fast. Clouds roll in. A brisk wind blows. A snowflake falls right on his nose. The clock in town begins to chime. His job's done right on time. As excavator rolls away, slowing down to end his day, he stops, and he can't believe his eyes. Someone's left a big surprise. The card says, "Thank you for all you do," and it's simply signed from our crew. Look, a shiny yellow scoop. His old one has a broken tooth. Merry Christmas, excavator. Good night. Cement mixer has concrete to pour. He lays the foundation, the walls, and the floor, and then he churns another load that will be used to make a road. He twirls, he rolls, he spins, he pours, in record time he's done his chores. He rolls away to take a bath, but something's sitting in his path. A giant box. His name's on top. He rumbles to a grinding stop. Screech! No card, no note. Who's it from? Who could have left a brand new drum? His drum's old, beat up, plain, but this one's like a candy cane. Merry Christmas, cement mixer. Good night. An icy wind blows in his face, but dump truck revs to keep the pace. His back is sore, his tires shot, but dump truck gives it all he's got, and soon there's nothing left to haul. He slows his engine to a crawl. He turns to go, but he stops in awe. The biggest box he's ever saw. But that, how big it is. He blows his stack. His engine fires. Vroom, vroom. It's a fresh new set of tires. Midnight black with thick, tough tread. He tucks his old ones in the bed. Merry Christmas, dump truck. Good night. With whipping winds and loads that sway, crane truck's job is tough today, but he keeps working right along, bravely lifting firm and strong. It's getting darker with each pass, but crane truck's work is done at last. Job's all finished. One last stop. Crane truck puts a star on top, but Crane has one last thing to lift, 'cause someone's left a special gift. See it. Merry Christmas, Crane truck. Good night. Engines rev and bells ring out. Cling, cling, sirens blare and air horns shout. Honk, 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 honk. Down the road and up the drive, a fleet of bright red trucks arrive, driving proudly, looking fine, pumpers, ladders all in line. Cars and rescue trucks join too, bright and shiny, rolling through. It's the town's new fire crew. Awesome. On this nearly Christmas night, they find a new home, built just right. And with a joyful roll and a spin, the fire trucks, they move right in, turn off ignitions, and they settle down. And they look out on this sleepy town. All grateful for this special day and helpful friends at work and play, for all that's given and received, and all that's blessed this Christmas Eve. Shh.
all the trucks are tucked in tight. Merry Christmas and good night. And I want to thank Chronicle Books, a big shout out for letting them read the story today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I really enjoyed it. And thank you so much, Miss Terri, for letting me come back today. Now, without further ado, I want to introduce the special guest today, Her Majesty the Queen. That's why I'm wearing a hat. Majesty the Queen's here. All right, so I'm signing off. Drum roll. Here comes the Majesty the Queen. Dear children, I am so very honored to be here today to participate in Terri Tell's holiday special. I have so very much enjoyed the time that I've spent in Kennebunkport and the opportunity to meet with so many of the children of this community. You truly are very special. So Miss Terri asked if I would be willing to read one of my favorite Christmas stories, or holiday stories. And the story that I have chosen is called The Night Before Christmas. It's by Clement Moore. It's a classic, and I truly, truly love it. So without further ado, let me read the story to children. And a call out to Courage Books. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children all nestled, all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. And here comes the exciting part. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a lustre of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a lively old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled, and he shouted, and he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder, Blitzen. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. To the top of my porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricanes fly, when they met with an obstacle mount to the sky. So, up To the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof, excuse me, please. I hate it when I lose my crown. One moment. Rather inconvenient. Sorry for the delay. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, and a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. Quite jolly. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but he went straight to his work, and he filled all the stockings, and then he turned with a jerk, and laying his fingers aside of his nose, and he giving a nod, and up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him explain as he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. What a jolly good story. Isn't it lovely, girls and boys? I just so love this story. And the final page. Very good, very good. So, before I leave you all, Karl and I were talking, and Karl plays the guitar. And I'm not so musical, but I am quite good with the bells. So we were thinking we might do a song together, Karl and I, while Karl's on the guitar, and I'll be playing my bells, and we're going to do a duet together. And I thought the song that we'd sing would be a song called Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells. Let me know, how many of you children out there know Jingle Bells? Oh, jolly good. Looks like just about everyone knows Jingle Bells. All right? So, without further ado, let me get Karl. We'll settle in and let's do a rousing round of Jingle Bells before we wrap up this Terri Tales Christmas special. All right, let me get Karl. All right, dear children, we are now ready to start the musical portion. Karl, are you ready?
Yes, Queen.
All right. Very good. Let's get started. Please sing along, children. 1, 2, 3.
To
The snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail green, making spirits rise. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it
sleigh. Oh, that was lovely, Karl. That was lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, thank you so much, dear children. Thank you for singing along. And I want to wish you all a happy, very Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you, Miss Terri, for having me on. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
So what do you think, guys? Was that great? Oh my God, it's so much fun to have our guests back again. And I don't know, just I love it when they visit. And you know what else I love? I love reading stories to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on Terri Tales. It's one of the highlights of my life is reading to my favorite patrons, and especially at Christmas time and whatever you celebrate.